Welcome to Regal Nigeria Limited, where we give you information about some agricultural crops and animals. Today we shall talk about freeze drying in food processing industry. Freeze drying. Freeze drying, also known as lyophilization, is a low temperature dehydration process that involves freezing the product and lowering pressure, removing the ice by sublimation. This is the contrast to dehydration by most conventional methods that evaporates water using heat. Because of the low temperature used in processing, the rehydrated product retains much of its original qualities. When solid objects like strawberries are freeze-dried, the original shape of this product is maintained. Primary application of freeze drying includes biological, example bacteria and yeast; biomedical, example surgical transplant; food processing, example coffee; and preservation. The primary purpose of freeze drying within the food industry is to extend the shelf life of the food while maintaining the quality. Freeze drying is known to result in the highest quality of foods amongst all drying techniques, because structural integrity is maintained along with preservation of flavors. Freeze drying is expensive. It is used mainly with high value products. Application of freeze drying. Freeze drying causes less damage to the substance than other dehydration methods using higher temperatures. Nutrient factors that are sensitive to heat are lost less in the process as compared to the processes incorporating heat treatment for drying purposes. Freeze drying does not usually cause shrinkage or toughing of the materials being dried. In addition, flavors, smells, and nutritional content generally remains unchanged, making the process popular for preserving food. However, water is not the only chemical capable of sublimation, and the loss of other volatile compounds such as acetic acid and alcohols can yield undesirable results. Freeze drying process. A freeze dryer consists of two main components, the vacuum pump and the freeze dryer. Those components weigh 35 pounds and over 100 pounds respectively, so you will need a studied location or a study cart or table. Some vacuum pumps use oil that must be filtered, while other vacuum pumps are oil. If the pump you choose uses oil, it is a good idea to purchase extra oil before your initial setup, in case you spill any when filling it. Additionally, as the oil is filtered and consumed by the running pump, it will need to be replenished. It is also helpful to purchase a funnel to use when filling the pump with oil. Trays of food are placed in the freeze dryer's chamber. The machine freezes the foods to a temperature between -30° and -50° Fahrenheit. Next, a vacuum pump pulls the air out to the chamber, and the trays are slightly heated. As the water in the food heats, it sublimates. Ice is directly converted from solids to water vapor and is removed from the product. This process automatically removes up to 98% of the water in the food. How to store a freeze-dried food. A canning system can be expensive. Mylar bags are good because they have metal on the fiber and they keep the lights out. If you have extra jars from your canning days, please feel free to use them once you have placed the food in the container. Place adequate oxygen absorber inside the container, then seal the container, and the oxygen absorber will take all the oxygen out of the bag. To seal the bags, you can use the heat sealer. There are two types of heat sealer that works well. One is the hand sealer and the other is the automatic sealer with conveyor belt. Also be sure to seal your leftover oxygen absorbers because they will go bad just a couple of minutes. Once you open a large bag of absorber, take every seal of the packages with the sealer.